Hello, my name is Chris Roberts. I go by Xfer98. These are my 3 models here. Most of them are, well, all spaceships. I like spaceships. But I like really smooth curves, using the flex tubing to get the nice curve there. The brick separators, blame Simon Liu for that. And then I like odd little techniques like the cheese to get the nice pinstriping on the wings. Pilot doesn't actually have legs. Can't fit legs in there. This was one of my favorite ships that I've ever built. It took a while to get right. A lot of redoing things to get all the angles and all the shapes to look perfect. And then this, gotta reach for it. It's called the Skeleviper because it's a Vic Viper with the 2 forward mandibles, 2 back wings, and the single tail fin. This one, the concept came from I saw a ship that had a little bit of negative space in the wings, and I was wondering, what would a ship look like where the entire wing was negative space? And I was like, all right, in the process of coming up with what I'm going to do, I was like, all right, it's going to be the skeleton of a ship. I'll build a skeleton themed. So I built this one almost 5 years ago, and then redid the entire middle section, tore it all out, redid it, and it looks a lot nicer. This was actually an accident. It looks slightly like a vertebrae, but it looks like that because I ran out of the parts, and it was completely on accident, though I'm going to pretend that I did it on purpose.
It looks great. When you're working on, I know you said you build a lot of space. When you're working on these types of builds, is there usually a particular part of the spaceship that you start on, or does it depend on the build for where you start?
It depends on the builds, and it also depends on the color scheme that I'm working in. Oftentimes, my color scheme is chosen, I'm not going to be able to get that on the stand. My color scheme is chosen before I start any building, so I will grab all the cool parts I have in that color scheme and just lay them out on my table and kind of figure out, what are some cool shapes I can create with this? So for the tanager here, I had some flex tubing. I'm like, all right, I want to do something with flex tubing. What can I do? And I'm like, I have all these orange tiles. What am I going to do with the orange tiles? So I was like, all right, let's clip them to that. And then it all started out by laying out this cockpit piece, the orange tiles, and then this wing section. And everything was like, all right, how do I connect that all together? And so that was how that one was done. The Skeleviper, I built the wings first. I wanted it to be skeleton related, so I had all the bones sticking up out of the sides. And then for this one, I added a little bit of red because the original one had no other color beside black and white, and it looked pretty drab. So it definitely needed that pop of color. And I just realized that it's missing some of its engine. Okay. And then the last one here is a little speeder bike. There was a contest on Flickr a couple months back. And this one is very fragile. But I wanted to build, I like building very smooth things. And so I was like, all right, step outside my comfort zone. Let's build something really greebly and where nothing is smooth. And so I started out, actually, all these orange pieces were stolen from the first version of this, which is why I had to modify that to be what it is now. But this one was just playing around with putting the orange slopes in odd configurations and seeing which one looked cool, and then kind of filling out the middle section. It's all built around one of the new motorcycle chassis, the ones that have the studs on the side, which is perfect for connecting everything together. It's actually got, thanks to Simon Liu again, these unprinted microphones, which I thought were pretty cool. They look pretty good on the back there. This one was really fun to build just because there's so many odd little connections, things I've never gotten to try before. And I think it turned out pretty good. Usually I like to sticker things. I don't actually have any stickers on any of the others too, but these ones, I'll take the official Lego stickers and I'll take an X-Acto knife and cut them all out, just to add a bit of flavor to it, add a bit of character besides just the orange pieces themselves. And then one of the other aspects of this contest was that it had to have a base. And so I was like, all right, let's build an actual landscape, and I've never tried it before. So it was the first attempt that I've ever done. And then I also tried to add like a little dust cloud, like it's moving along and spewing up dust.
Right.
And so I think it turned out pretty well.